the theater. The stage is set. The broader script's written, but your choices shape how other characters react to you. You can lose friends, respect, and the moral high ground. Can't lose the game. You're the star, playing our three main characters. Blogger Romana T, print reporter At.Jack Bellet, and detective KC Gaddis. Ladies and gentlemen, the Prologue Theater welcomes you to this production. Please, no videos or flash photography. Enjoy the show. Another beautiful Florida sunset, tainted by a dangling corpse. It's a bitter conclusion for the downward arc of Kern's sporadically illustrious Hollywood career. Found dead by a janitor at Chief Roadside's Wonderland. It's a horrible job on the best of days.
Shit, not again.
Meanwhile, on I-95, Romana T, stuck in traffic, dodging her editor, hunting for a last chance.
Not much else to do while the traffic crawls.
So young and soon to be so unemployed.
Boing boing cartoon sound effects. Just the right touch. Could save my ass with Lenny.
The traffic doesn't seem to be in any hurry to break gridlock.
I didn't think it would take him so long to call. I'll get the story nailed down first.
Romana T, better known as Phaedra. Top blogger at FanRage for the past 3 years. Huh, and you're only 20.
Not bad on the Kardashian fame scale.
On the Homeland Security scale, I'm pewter.
You've been in the thick of the Kern story.
I always wanted to be a surfboard waxer in Madagascar, but my complexion's better for blogging.
Good gig.
Couldn't stab a frog with it.
We've got some questions.
Not a lot of people left to give answers.
That's on you.
Just call me Lee Harvey.
Why'd you get sacked?
I was in a hurry. Took a source at their word for a story. Published on the blog without verifying. Stupid mistake.
Your editor must have been furious.
Never call him a furry to his face.
So, that's what it takes to lose a job you can do in pajamas.
Let's start from the top. You were in traffic outside Jacksonville 2 days ago when you heard the news, right?
Romana, bet you didn't know a Tyburn gallows could hang 24 people at once. Tag Kern killed himself, they said. But that wasn't even the real story. Tag Kern picked a perfect time to die. I'd thank him if I could. Thank him for what, though? A distraction at some dusty old roadside relic? I remember hearing about an incestuous family living in an old school bus here once. Headlines back in 2004 talked about Aunt Mom and Uncle Dad. Hi, Lenny.
Finally answering your phone. I've spent all day with lawyers thanks to your colossal shitstorm.
I guess that explains the smell.
You outed Deandra people insist she's not gay.
A bartender at Sharkfin said he saw her making out with Angie.
Yeah, I read the story. So did a million other people. She's not gay. Dee Dee's favorite mom.
According to string theory, she could be gay in some variable iteration of this universe.
You screwed up before, but never anything of this magnitude.
Go big or go home, yeah?
You're on your ninth life, kitty. Tell me, how you plan to justify your phony baloney job now?
I'm at ground zero for the death of Tad Kern.
Get something online soon. Make it good. And no more mistakes.
Close-up of a cat with glowing red eyes. Soon.
Don't support the tyranny of institutional racism. Chief Roadsides is a culturally insensitive relic.
It's tacky, sure, but it's mostly harmless.
How can you say it's harmless? It depicts Native Americans with demeaning stereotypes.
It doesn't affect me, really.
You just don't get it.
I'm here about Tad Kern, anyway.
Oh, right, you're that blogger. Phaedra? I read your stuff. I fell for that hoax last year, too. Thought Jim Larman was yanking my chain when he told me.
What's with the fancy motor coach?
Those folks are with the Church of Us. You know, the weists. Kern was one of them.
Maybe they can tell me more.
Maybe. Or maybe they'll try to brainwash you into joining their crazy cult.
I'm not worried about that. Never been much of a joiner.
You're a prismatic, at the very least.
That makes as much sense as clock hands on a spoon.
Are you ready for the Opto levels test? One-time offer, I'm afraid.
Sure. Let's get on with it. Is that a color or some kind of granola? It's not as lonely as they say. She took my stepdad's last name, not me. He didn't hit me as long as he didn't spill any. Try to find the owner to return the money.
At least you tried. That goes a long way with the boss. He'll catch up with you later to talk about Kern.
I'm forming a raid group to take him down.
Later, Phaedra.
All right, time to chat with the man who found Kern dangling from that tower.
Let me bet you didn't know. You can't put a convenience store close to a supermarket in Indonesia.
Do I look Canadian?
Fair question. Wily Canadians and their clever disguises.
Have fun storming the castle!
I watched Apollo 11 launch from that tower back when I was your age.
Did Lincoln lend you his binoculars for a better view?
Back in the day, my beard was better.
Can you confirm that the man hanging from the tower tonight was Tad Kern?
Sure looked like him. Had a wallet with his driver's license inside, too.
Was Kern alone?
Nope, he was here with some folks from the Red Eclipse movie studio. Location filming, I think.
Did you notice anything strange before Kern died?
Not really. Saw him leaving Hungry Cheeks after an early dinner. Is that weird?
Any idea why Kern killed himself?
Have you seen his latest movies?
Did Kern scream at the last second? Like, maybe he changed his mind?
That's a morbid question. But no, he didn't scream. Not that I heard.
Are the Red Eclipse folks still here?
Yeah, I think so. Last I saw, they were hanging out at Hungry Cheeks.
How's the food?
Depends. How much do you love hugging a toilet?
Those people should count their blessings and their calories. Better get what I can for the blog before Lenny pops an aneurysm.
Miss T, you certainly didn't waste any time getting here. But that's the way you work, right? Always in a hurry.
Enough chit-chat. Did Kern say or do anything that seemed suicidal?
Honestly, he seemed broody. Tag lost a lot of confidence after they stopped at 12 and Meecha.
Did Kern eat everything on his plate? Did he order dessert?
Weird question. He didn't have much of an appetite. I'm curious about something, though. Saw your post. It wasn't as sensationalized as I expected. Sympathy from you is surprising.
Always a pleasure, Donnie. Can I call you Donnie? Or Fred?
I can't believe this is happening.
Why'd Kern want to kill himself?
That's the thing. He wasn't depressed or anything. He really liked where the new project was going.
Do you plan to cash in on his death with a kiss and tell memoir?
I'm offended you'd even ask. And another thing.
Yes.
I appreciate what you posted earlier. Respectful.
Pineapple.
Remy bet you didn't know all Spanish moss comes from one ancient dude's beard. He chased a girl up a tree.
I doubt that's true.
Remy speaks truth. Wikipedia knows all, tells all.
You saw Kern before he died, didn't you?
Sure did. Served him a Scout Burger special. Fresh meat and everything. He ate like a hungry raccoon.
Did Kern seem upset? Depressed? Angry?
Remy might have made him a little mad. Told him how awful Meacham was.
Does the menu offer vegan options?
No, man. Just me.
I like meat chunks in my yogurt.
Tasty. Oh, by the way, Remy heard Cordray talking about you. He wanted a word.
It's such a tragedy. What happened to your mother? She deserved better.
I want information about Tad Kern. Leave her out of this.
I can tell you that he held a ranking of dark matter, a rarity among those in the Church of Us.
How big is the Church of Us?
We've got 6 million members worldwide at last count, growing every day. Such a pleasing sight.
Mixed opinions about Kern's death, obviously. Miller, the movie director, claimed Kern was depressed. Tina Gray thought Kern seemed happy. Remy seemed mostly neutral, except when it came to Meacham. Miller didn't think Kern had an appetite, but Remy described a pretty big last meal. And what's the deal with creepy Gordon Cordray? Might have to call her about him. Surprise! First call home in a couple of years.
Tell us about this source of yours, the one who calls himself Anonymous.
He texted me out of the blue. I know you find people better than I know Anonymous.
Do you realize how much trouble you've caused?
Oh, I'm just getting started.
Earlier, at Trail's End in Cypress Knee, another death investigation.
One more item for the Count Blotter and the Cypress Knee notice. Wonder what happened here. I wish I didn't have to bring Reggie to a crime scene when I promised him ice cream.
Is that man really dead, Daddy?
Don't touch anything. Wait here while I talk to Ozzy.
Okay, but then ice cream. You promised.
Evening, Jack.
Hey, Ozzy, tell me the news.
Mr. Swayhill here tried to bore a hole in his engine block with a .22 caliber pistol. Ricochet, right through the left eye.
Any witnesses?
Just his pit bull, Shovelhead. Dog ain't saying much.
Anything else?
About Swayhill, no. But I was curious. What brought you back to Cypress Knee? I figured you'd be on to much bigger things.
Not like you went anywhere, ever.
Hang on a second there, Jack. Sounds like we got another dangler at Chief Roadsides. Someone famous. Might be Bieber.
Jackson Lawrence Bellet, you brought our son to a crime scene?
Get off my ass, Tamara.
Don't take that tone with me, Jack. I'll get shared custody revoked.
Yeah, okay, fine. Just doing my job.
Working for that shit newspaper's not much of a job. Too bad Jacksonville won't take you back.
I like writing for the notice.
Big fish, small pond. What's not to like? I remember when you had ambition.
No one's getting rich in print journalism, Tam. It pays the bills.
Whatever, Jack. You've turned into such a disappointment. I keep hoping you'll turn it around. Maybe not for me, but for your son.
Speaking of Reggie, I've got to check out this other dead body call over at Chief Roadsides.
It's your night with him. I've got clients here looking at mobile home rental options.
I can only imagine how much that taxes your vast real estate expertise.
Fine. You'll owe me.
That never changes. Chief Roadside's Wonderland suffers from a double-edged fact. It is and isn't what it used to be. The Silloway family built this place in the 1960s. Back then, white folks really didn't think twice about whether they offended other cultures. Now, the Wonderland's an appalling relic. Most motorists zoom right by, never giving a second look. Of course, all it takes is one suicidal Hollywood has-been to wake up this tacky little tourist trap.
Some people don't give a possum's pecker whether Tad Kern's alive or dead. We got bigger problems.
You've had it out for the Silloway family since old Merle ate your baby, right?
Shut your mouth, Bellet, or you'll have grits for teeth.
That was out of line. Been a rough afternoon. What's the problem, Mr. Gallant?
They're pumping natural gas from below Cypress Swamp for a big development project. They want to run a pipeline through my house.
Developers can't do that without permits.
Some people know how to work their way around that process. Powerful people.
Look, thanks for your time, but I really should talk to someone about Kern.
Don't be an irresponsible jackass. I can point you to proof of government malfeasance right here at Chief Roadsides.
All right, Mr. Gallant. What's the proof?
Go see who's parked outside the Mohawk Inn. It'll be interesting. I guarantee it.
I'll humor you this one time.
In the parking lot of the Mohawk Inn, you spy an official town car from Cypress Knee. Closer inspection suggests it's the town car assigned to Gary Buckingham, chairman of the Cypress Knee Council.
Guess Gallant was right. Time to find a wayward town official at the motel. Evening, Tamara. I don't have time to fight right now.
Why do you always assume I'm calling to fight?
Might have something to do with the thousands of calls that came before this one.
I didn't call to fight. I called to tell you about your son's dinner plans. But now, we're gonna fight.
Truce, please.
Have fun at Chief Roadside.
Dead actors, crazy corporate cultists, mosquitoes. What's not to love?
The Gallant property's an obstacle.
Eminent domain's a tough nut to crack on this project.
That's their idea of pillow talk?
Tough, maybe. Not impossible, right?
It's possible. Expensive, though. We're not just fudging dates on a permit here.
That ought to go nicely with a front page article.
We don't need housekeeping, Jim.
It's Jack Bellet from the Notice, Mr. Chairman.
Huh? Well, I guess you better come in then. What brings you to Chief Roadsides, Jack?
Great question. Not much of a hangout for locals, usually. Fancy seeing you here, and Eula.
Oh, no. I'm here alone.
Two people were talking in here, man and woman.
The senses play tricks out here by the highway.
I bet she's in the bathroom.
Windows jammed, Gary.
It's not what it looks like.
Looks like the town council chairman and the chief planning officer skulking around a sleazy motel.
Okay, so it is what it looks like, but it's not what you think.
You're hatching some scheme to get the Gallant land through eminent domain.
Fine, it is what you think. But you can't prove it with circumcised evidence.
I think you mean circumstantial.
No, you'll, if I meant taking the long way round, I'd say that.
Oh, I think that's circumlocution.
It's got nothing to do with putting anybody in the electric chair. Anyway, Jack, how's the wife and kid?
Divorce is finalized. Tamara wants full custody of Reggie. So, you know, just great.
Oh. Anyway, can we all agree this isn't newsworthy?
2 public servants conspiring to steal land sounds like news to me.
Evening, Jack. You're chumming with the rest of the sharks, huh?
Life could be worse. I could be mopping pigeon shit at Florida's least popular amusement park.
Nice thing about this shit job is I don't have to answer questions from second-rate print wretches.
Are you sure you're in the right place?
I've got some questions about Tag Kern. He was one of yours, right?
Mr. Kern was a valued member of the Church of Us, yes. Perhaps you'd like to join us. We could help you.
Good to know. But I'd like to talk about Kern.
What do you want to know?
Did Kern seem upset, depressed, anything that might suggest he was suicidal?
I can't offer specific details due to the confidential nature of our relationship.
How long was Kern a weist?
Really, Mr. Bellet? Must you use the pejorative term? He was a member in good standing for 11 years.
Did you talk to Kern at all today?
Briefly. We had a counseling session this morning. Confidential, of course. Is there anything else?
I'm done for now.
Mr. Bellet, perhaps you'd like to sit and take our test.
Sure, assuming it's free.
The test itself is free. Life as a member of the Church of Us, however, is priceless.
Okay. One voice standing out. Maybe I'm a Yankee at heart. I'll be honest, it sucks. Can't go through life without feeling. Well, took him long enough. Hey, Ross. I'm on the scene at Chief Roadsides.
Inmates running the asylum over there, or what?
Kern's dead, but maybe he's not the story.
Listen to me. If it bleeds, it leads. I want a story on Kern. Hell, I could even use some inches on Swayhill.
I know, but I caught Gary Buckingham and Euladine conspiring to seize land on the Golden Cypress deal.
Golden Cypress isn't news. I need an article ASAP. It better be something I want to read.
I hear you, boss. Oh, that was fast. Hi, boss.
Jack, good work on the Kern story. I knew you could listen.
Thanks, boss.
Why are you hampering an FBI investigation?
What are you even talking about? I was only doing my job.
You could go to prison and face a major fine, Mr. Bellet.
I could lose my son. That'd be so much worse.
I was a hero. I saved lives. I had a badge. It meant something. I used to matter. Times change, Monroe. Left small town Florida. Got a job as a Hollywood cop turned private investigator. Pissed off the wrong people too many times. Now, I'm back in Florida. Can't even hold a job as a mall cop. Yeah, been a hard year. Caught the asshole, slapping around his girlfriend, one of the cashiers. She took his side. Thanks, right? I used to matter. Not anymore. End of the road, Monroe.
Evening, KC. You still in Orlando?
For the moment. Why?
Got a job for you.
I'm in the middle of eating a bullet here, Don.
Who'd notice? Make yourself useful, KC.
What's the gig?
Kern's dead. Killed himself up here in Cypress Knee. Your old stomping grounds, right?
Mystery solved, sounds like.
Red Eclipse Studios wants you to ask around, get a full account of what happened.
All right. On my way. Monroe, let's go home. Sure what the word means anymore. But this Florida cracker town helped make me what I am today. Broken, desperate, a man on the edge of the abyss, clutching for one last lifeline in this forgotten little town. Doubt you've heard of it, until tonight at least, thanks to Kern. If anything needs a major makeover, it's this tacky Wonderland. Nothing magical about neon noise and offensive stereotypes. The corpse might still be warm, but something tells me those vultures from the Church of Us aren't far away. It's in the air, that stench of weest self-importance and smirking menace.
Ah, glad you could make it, KC.
I wouldn't pass up a chance for a getaway from the Orlando rat race. I need to decompress.
No way, really? I thought you were happy to go to Orlando and leave the Hollywood scene.
Let's cut to the chase so I can start the meter. Why does Red Eclipse want Kern's death looked at?
Look, the studio can't wait for the official police findings.
Why is that exactly?
A lot of money is at stake. Insurance claims need to be made ASAP. Frankly, we don't have faith in these Barney Fife types.
Bean counters. World comes to a standstill if their ledgers don't tally. Okay, I'll do what I do. Send you regular reports.
Remy, bet you didn't know Genghis Khan kept a burger patty under his saddle all day.
That's an amazing fact, Remy. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Remy don't mind. Remy knows sometimes people might want to talk to Remy. Remy not sure why.
What can you tell me about Kern's stay here? You see or hear anything unusual?
Remy tell Kern Meacham sucked. Remy helped him get 0 cabbages on stinkycabbage.com.
I'm not sure that would cause him to kill himself. Anything else you can think of?
Remy wonder why you working for Miller.
The studio needs to process their insurance claim quickly. Pound of Kern's flesh, you know?
Remy wonder why. Remy know movies. Remy, no production insurance not pay for actor suicide.
I should have known that. Maybe I'm too rusty at this.
You and Donovan go back a ways, I hear.
Our relationship is largely based on someone getting paid.
Are you brawn or brains for hire?
Why? Which one turns you on the most?
Funny, Mr. Gaddis, but a lady never discloses her predilections prematurely.
Listen, the studio's got me looking into Kern's death. You mind answering some questions?
Sure, you're probably no worse than these other vultures. Can you listen to what I'll say?
Eyes and ears open. I try to keep axe grinding out of this.
Good. I feel like no one really wants to know how I feel. Just what I can give them about Tag.
Why do you think Kern hanged himself?
I know he was happy. I have no idea. I can't believe he would do this.
Someone offed him?
Anything would be more believable.
I think it's time to make a report. Get paid. Let's do this.
Hey, wait. I know you.
Can't place the face. Sorry, sweetheart.
Janelle Smith. Does that name sound familiar?
Hard to forget. She spread her legs for the wrong guy. Big Hollywood scandal.
That's my mom, asshole.
You still know how to make a good first impression.
All those years in charm school.
Hard at work then?
Save it, Don. Monroe and I are on the clock.
Keep up the good work. And quit ginning up your dog's expenses.
Hire me, you hire the dog. Cope.
Kid, you won't believe how glad I am to see you.
Who let you out of the swamp, JD?
Won't be much swamp left soon.
I'm here on a job investigating the death of Tag Kern It's kind of a big deal to the movie studio.
Who gives a damn about another dead actor? They're destroying Cypress Swamp.
I need the income.
You didn't used to be all about the money.
I'll touch base with you later.
Now that's a face I never thought I'd see in Cypress Knee again.
So, this is how academics keep tenure these days.
I've got a formal mop and bucket for commencement ceremonies.
What happened to your job at the University of South Florida?
You dropped out of my class, as I recall.
Don't dodge, Professor. How do you go from lectures to lavatories?
Weren't you a Hollywood cop? I remember Ross Stevens wrote about you stopping that high school shooter.
May not atone for all my sins with some, but yeah.
Look, I'm proud of you. And I'm grateful you carried a badge on the left coast instead of Florida when I fell from grace.
Look what I did with all that potential.
I'd love to harness the power of all humanity's squandered potential. Perpetual motion would be a cinch.
As much as I'd like to share tales of woe, I'm actually here on a job.
Not sure what I can tell you that I didn't already tell that blogger girl. He was here with a Red Eclipse crew.
People really like to hang themselves from that tower, don't they?
We get about one dangler every year. Lonely hearts and desperate souls. Never this famous before, though.
What drove him to it?
Capsizing career, lost youth, trouble in bed. Nothing but rumors, really. Can't imagine any of it justifies suicide. That's the most selfish thing someone can do, don't you think?
Maybe Kern couldn't see another way out.
You really believe that?
Life can take people to dark, lonely places. That fight to keep faith and hold fast can grind a man down.
That fight shapes a man's character. I spent 6 years in prison for sleeping with a high school girl and sharing cocaine with her. Lost a job I loved. I didn't give up.
You're mopping up after people who couldn't wait just one more exit to get that McGrease slick out of their colons. How is that not giving up?
That's harsh, KC.
Sorry, Professor. Uncalled for.
I'll live.
Haven't seen you in these parts for a long, long time. You see the post about me on Fan Rage?
Yeah, nice work finding the silver lining in Tag Kern's death.
Sad about the actor, but can't complain when it puts eyes on an important cause.
You keep in touch with anyone else from Heck High class of '84?
Still got a few folks in town, sure. Some left and came back, like Jack Bellet. You back for good?
Maybe if I hang myself from that tower first.
Well, I heard you were coming to visit. but I scarcely believed you'd have the temerity to show your face.
What can I say? I couldn't afford to lose the chance to see your smirking face.
Suffice it to say, the church hasn't forgotten.
Don't you church thugs have more important things to do, like brainwash children and sap retiree pension accounts?
Can't all go snooping through bedroom windows for a living.
Your old boss committed statutory rape.
You ruined that girl's career, and Boyd Conover killed himself.
Hey, Gordo, we all pay for our choices in this life.
You've been busy, Mr. Gaddis.
Yeah, well, no matter how much I try to be good, bad just sometimes finds a way, I guess.
You've nursed a grudge against the Church of Us for a long time, haven't you?
I guess it's a hobby.
All this over a movie mogul and an actress 20 years ago.
No, they hit closer to home when I was a kid. Bankrupted my dad, bled him dry after they told him he was a quantum.
What's your plan after payback? After everything you've done? Are you satisfied?
Oh man, I'm just getting started.
After Hungry Chiefs, I made my way to the Mohawk Inn for a look at Kern's room. Sometimes I just like to make blanket angels in a dead actor's room. They're behind the couch. But what if Kern really liked Remy? Unrequited faux Cajun love. Shakespeare in the swamp.
You never call.
I never fly like a pig full of helium, but you don't complain about that.
Come home soon.
I pretend the roads to California end in a chasm at the Continental Divide.
$50 a night, no pets, especially ferrets.
Pity, as I am at least 30% ferret.
What's the other 70%? Smart-ass Yankee?
And 6% sawdust.
What do you want?
I'm a blogger with fan rage. Maybe you've read my stuff? Phaedra? Anyway, hoping to look inside Kern's room.
Yeah? Well, it's sealed off. You got as much chance as I do of visiting Taylor Swift's dressing room tonight.
Sometimes you just like to feel pretty?
Sorry, I'm not interested in helping media vultures. If the cops want to let you in, fine.
Did I mention I'm with fan rage, Mr. Silloway?
I know who you are. My daughter reads your blarg thingy. Ain't like you cure cancer.
Funny you should bring up miracles. I once got an email from a man who said my blog post about Kanye made his labradoodle walk again.
And people say Florida's weird.
Notice anything during Kern's stay here?
Well, I saw Kern and his little girlfriend arguing. I gather things weren't all pop and sizzle in the sack.
You're sure?
She called him a flaccid, passionless mattress lump. Could be I'm misinterpreting, but I'm mostly sure.
Thanks for your time.
Before you go, little girl, something else I should tell you.
Only if you sing it in Esperanto.
Everybody's all wrong about Kern. Didn't hang himself. He had help.
How do you know?
I was outside having a smoke when it happened. Saw two people up there. Looked like they were struggling.
That's practically a traffic jam on your TP tower.
We don't draw a lot of crowds, true.
Did you keep it to yourself or alert the police?
Chief Pendleton got the security camera footage from my computer after I told him.
Show me.
Wish I could. He took the hard drive.
Murder makes more sense than suicide.
Both are pretty awful hobbies.
No argument here.
Can you buy a noose at Hobby Lobby?
Anyone ever tell you that you're weird?
Just the people I can't see.
That doesn't make you very likable.
So I guess this means we won't braid each other's toenails?
Sorry, miss. No one goes inside without proper authorization.
Don't you recognize me? I'm Phaedra from Fanrage.
Of course. Saw your most recent post about the suspect on the tower with Kern.
I almost never write about donuts.
Great, because I'm diabetic. I go into insulin shock even if I just look at pictures of a crawler.
Is this now a murder investigation?
I'm not at liberty to discuss details of an active criminal investigation.
Fine. Can I get a look inside Kern's motel room?
Not without proper authorization.
How do I get authorized?
Your media. I doubt you can get authorized. Proper law enforcement can contact the Cypress Knee Police Department and request a QR code for credentials.
If I wore a monocle, it would be popping off my face right now.
Like I said, Miss Teague, no authorization, no access. Like I said, Miss Teague, no authorization, no access.
Here is my stinking badge.
Wait, what? Seriously? Just like that?
Totally legit.
Well, whack me in the head with a gavel and call me a swamp ape. Okay, I guess.
Interesting.
How'd it feel, running into KC Gaddis at Chief Roadside?
Super fun hoopy times. On a scale of 1 to 9,000, I give it a zebra.
You believe Tina Gray was innocent?
I don't believe fish sticks can climb the Eiffel Tower either.
You didn't like Gordon Cordray much, did you?
Should have heard how he talked to me, condescending asshole.
What happened after you met Cordray the first time?
Wandered over to Hungry Chief's for a word with the movie studio folks about Kern.
Well, Mr. Cordray, just wanted to offer my condolences.
Thanks, Chief Pendleton. Tag Kern meant a lot to the church and to me personally. It's a terrible loss.
We're going to bring whoever killed him to justice. Count on that.
No such thing as justice. My ex-wife's proof of that.
Tamara's not all bad, Jack. She's helping me and Lurleen find a new house. Anyway, I hear your boy's signing up for Little League.
Baseball's almost as pointless as golf.
Bite your tongue, Jack. It's a game chock full of tactics and strategy. He'll learn a lot if he makes the cut.
What the hell do you mean, if he makes the cut?
Try not to freak out, Jack. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should catch up with Ozzy and compare notes before we take our next step.
I hope you understand the importance of confidentiality when it comes to our members.
Sure. You've got plenty to hide, I guess.
And what skeletons dwell in your closets, Mr. Bellet? Best thing for you, really. Flunking that test. Wouldn't want to give you false hope.
Or maybe you try to claim your machine was broken when I kicked the test ass.
Why are you bothering me?
Tina Gray's not a member of your freak show, is she?
Our membership roster is confidential.
Remy bet you didn't know gunshots and whips make the typewriter noises at the start of All the President's Men.
Of course I knew that. I've seen that movie at least as many times as Star Wars.
You want anything else? Scout burger? Fries? Warm mayonnaise pie?
Is that actually a thing?
Remy trying new menu experiments. Next time, shrimp in a used diaper.
People bugging you with lots of questions about Tag Kern?
Randy, guess that goes with the territory. You got some?
How do you think Kern's death is going to affect Chief Roadside's Wonderland?
Remy thinks this puts Chief Roadside's back on the map. Everyone gonna come from miles around to see where Tag Kern off himself.
maybe Tag was right. I just didn't want to let go.
Why the struggle?
I thought he'd finally put me ahead of his devotion to the Church of Us.
The church kept a tight grip on him?
Like a miser clutching his last shiny dime.
So you're the yutz who's been writing nonsense about Tag fighting with everyone before he died.
I'm not big on Hollywood gossip, but people in Cypress Knee still find it interesting.
I suppose it could have been worse.
Anything you want to add? I'd like to hear your side.
I just say that it was an honor and a privilege to work with Tag. He'll be missed.
Well, son of a bitch. It's just one happy reunion after another in Chief Roadside's Wonderland.
KC Gaddis. Can't forget the dick who weaseled his way into my quarterback spot on the Heck High football team.
Not my fault you couldn't find your way out of this town, man.
Your backstabbing cost me a scholarship to Florida State. I could have gone pro.
Keep telling yourself that, Jack.
Yeah?
Let's not write too much about the Church of Us, okay?
I hear you, boss. If I'd have played it smarter, maybe I could have landed at the LA Times or the Washington Post. I let my pride wreck a perfectly solid career. Got overlooked for an editorial promotion and called the publisher a Machiavellian asshole. He thought I'd punch him. I should have kicked him in the nuts. So here I am, back at the Mohawk Inn. Why rush back to the office to put the paper to bed? The more I chase the story Ross wants, the crankier I get. But he can kiss my pasty white ass if he thinks I'm going to ignore the real news in Cypress Knee. Maybe he'll fire me. Maybe that's okay. Or I could grab dinner at Jamal's taco truck and leave a stinky delivery on Ross's desk, along with my 2-word resignation note. Better dig a little more while I'm still employed. One Let's see what Rutledge Silloway can offer in the way of news.
Evening, Jack. Ross got you working the Tag Kern story like everybody else?
He wants me to follow that bullshit story. I'm a lot more interested in Golden Cypress.
How's that news? Everyone knows the development's coming.
It's gotta be more goddamn interesting to my readers than more ridiculous gossip about a dead actor.
If you say so. Depends on how you spin it. How's Ross feel about it?
He's waving me off every time I bring it up.
Maybe you should take the hint.
Hi, Ross. You get my story?
I told you to stay off Golden Cypress. No one cares. If no one cares, no one reads the notice. If no one reads the notice, you have no job. Am I clear?
Crystal, but...
No buts, Jack, except yours, kicked to the curb. I'm serious.
Got it. Jesus, what a dick. Maybe he can have a tragic accident. I'll be happy to write about it. If anyone's got it worse than me in this world, it's gotta be Jim Larman. He deserved a lot worse than a little prison time for screwing a teenage girl and giving her drugs.
I learned the hard way not to piss off the wrong woman. At least I lived to tell the tale.
Always good if you're still kicking to count the scars.
Tamara's still working you over with her claws, Jack?
Still, doubt it's ever gonna end.
Not as long as you got a kid together.
She just wants what's best for Reggie.
Yeah? What if she decides taking full custody is best for him?
I'd fight her to the bitter end. Looks like somebody finally escaped from the bathroom. Eula Dean, town planner for Cypress Knee. Gary Buckingham's co-conspirator. She's a public servant, and the people deserve answers. They're going to get them even if I have to throttle her.
I understand your concerns, Jack, but can't you see how good Golden Cypress would be for our town?
Good for some people in Cypress Knee. Everyone else needs to lube up.
Really, Jack, you're overreacting a smidge.
People aren't sheep, goddammit. Don't piss on their heads and tell them it's a sun shower.
I guess that means we can't count on your support going forward.
I'll support any plans you have for going straight to burning hell.
Jack Bellet, we must talk.
I'm getting awfully tired of people barking orders at me.
It's going to end in a cataclysm, Jack.
Everybody deals with their own personal apocalypse sometimes.
The spirits grow angrier. They will lay waste to the abominations that fester here.
If I were them, I'd be pissed too.
Flee, Jack Bellet. Take your family and escape this place while it remains within your power to do so.
Let's not go overboard with the melodrama.
When the time comes for regrets, remember, you were warned.
Roger that.
Oh, wow. You're the newspaper reporter, huh?
Oh, wow. You're the toddler with the keypad, huh?
Must suck to be you.
That blogger girl sure packs a punch. Next time I'll think about hitting back. Past is past. Gotta wrap up this investigation, take the studio's money, and think about what's next. What's next, I expect, is yet another disaster.
I'm pretty sure Rut doesn't allow pets in his motel.
Good to hear Silhouette's so picky about his clientele. Helps keep that 5-star rating.
You're KC Gaddis, right?
Sure feels like it most days.
I knew your daddy back in the day. Your mama, too.
Didn't you sell them the piece of shit used Buick?
I'll have you know that was a quality automobile with a top-of-the-line cataclysmic converter.
I think you mean catalytic converter.
Ain't got nothing to do with someone freezing up in shock.
So Jefferson Dean Gallant tells me y'all want to knock down his house and tear up the swamp for a natural gas pipeline.
Our ex-mayor's a real drummer queen sometimes.
Don't you mean drama queen?
Ain't got nothing to do with seasickness.
Is Gallant telling the truth?
He's blowing it way out of context. I mean, yeah, his shack may suffer some structural indignity issues, but he can build another shack.
I suspect you meant structural integrity issues.
Ain't got nothing to do with insurance policies.
$50 a night, no pets. That means no dogs. No ferrets either.
I wouldn't want my dog to get fleas from your rooms.
Have we met?
Sort of. You set a cross on fire in my family's front yard back in the day.
I'm an upstanding member of the Cypress Knee Chamber of Commerce. Never been in the clan.
The chamber and the clan aren't the same thing in Cypress Knee?
No, sir. We got at least 3 Jews and 2.5 Cubans in the chamber. Maxine Exposito's mother is Chinese, you see.
This big development across the road could boost Chief Roadsides.
Maybe. Might be the last nail in our coffin, too. Of course, they might buy me out. That'd be fine.
Hi, Mom.
You're home for the first time in, what, 5 years? And I find out from Chief Pendleton's wife.
Not like we talk much anyway.
I suffered through 96 hours of labor for you, KC. The least you could do is call to say hello.
Really? We're up to 96 now. Dad told me 6 hours.
The point is, we should talk more often.
I won't leave town without seeing you.
Better not. You'll make your mama cry.
Don't worry.
KC Gaddis, it's been way too long, man. Good to see you again.
All it took to bring me back was a corpse on a rope.
You still play much Maps and Mischief?
Not really, but I'm a level 3 ex-husband, so I've got that going for me.
If you want to move back, now's the time. Golden Cypress awaits.
Yeah, that project keeps coming up. Something special?
Everyone thinks it's going to turn Cypress Knee back into a boomtown.
Hope that works out.
Boss tells us you left this town a long time ago.
Boss thinks maybe you should have stayed left.
Is this the part where you threaten me with bodily harm if I don't scram, vamoose, skedaddle?
Nope. This is the part where I mention how sad it'd be for anything to happen to that mutt of yours.
Picking on a defenseless animal? That sounds about Gordo's speed.
You've been warned, Gaddis.
Next time, put it in writing. I should probably make another report now. Better check those receipts.
Yeah? Well, you're a fat-faced old man with a bad haircut.
I could use a better haircut.
Shut your face, geezer.
Careful, Jack. This kitty's got claws.
I don't have time for you geriatrics anyway. I'm taking a look at that tower.
Nothing to see there. Kern's at the morgue by now.
I'm going up there. For reasons. Shut up.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Jack's right. The tower's a dead end.
Seriously?
Maybe the universe is trying to tell you something.
Never been a fan of following instructions. I'll just track down Remy and see if he can get me up that tower. Later, old dudes. The tower's gone dark. Probably because something's up there the bad guys don't want us to know. Turn on the lights again, watch the roaches scurry. Maybe it was the greasy fast food I ate on the road last night, but I had such a nightmare. The world was empty. Everything abandoned. All gone. Except for me. And I really enjoyed the solitude. And I couldn't explain why it made me feel so good.
Rennie bet you didn't know they call ceruleum the color of the millennium.
I always thought this millennium was more of a taupe.
Oh, Rennie just jam-packed with useful facts like that.
Got any useful facts about the tower? It went dark and I want to go up for a look around.
You help Rennie? Could be Rennie help you.
What have you got in mind?
Rennie take care of the gator pit here at Chief Roadsides. Right now, it's time to feed old Jumper.
Doesn't ring a bell.
He's a star attraction here. Big old gator.
Do you talk to Jumper? Does Jumper talk back? Is he more of a Morgan Freeman or a Christopher Walken?
You're weird. Remy like that.
What does Jumper eat?
Big old Jumper. He can't resist a tasty chicken in a diaper. Pick up what we need from the Fun and Fuel.
What's so appealing about chicken in a diaper?
Looks like a chubby little infant to that old gator. Gets him hungry every time.
Back soon.
What do you care if some Hollywood Richie Rich wants to invest in our town, Miss Teague?
Maybe you'd name a sewage treatment plant in his honor. Tad Kern Memorial Silver Screen Shit Factory.
It's rude to speak ill of the dead.
Von Glui Muggle not fatang. Now, just gotta wait for that cold breeze to blow. Gotta watch out for those elder gods, Chief.
So I was reading your blog. You picked up some interesting tidbits about our little town.
I do what I can to keep it fresh.
Uncle Dad, that's my cousin. Family reunions are an absolute freak show.
Does that make him Mr. Cousin Uncle Dad?
see you got your boy Bellet on a tight leash.
Can you say the same about the blogger girl?
We've got an ace in the hole waiting for her. Don't sweat it.
Remy bet you didn't know a baby uses 6,000 diapers in the first 2. Oh, hey, Cher.
Why'd you tell me to come get these things if you plan to be here?
Remy's a complicated man.
Starting to think you're from a family of hillbilly clones.
Don't be grumpy, Cher. Let Remy show you feeding time with old Jumper.
You promised useful information for my help.
Right. Remy delivered on a promise. Cops got the teepee tower closed off. Took fuse for the lights. Old Jim Larman got a spare if you want to look at the crime scene.
Where's Larman now?
Remy bet you find him in Rabbit's Run, Cher. The big palmetto maze. Keeps his supplies out there. Now, Jumper?
Might as well.
Remy bet you don't know what drove old Gallant into the swamps all those years ago. Big old gator named Merle mistook Gallant's wee baby for a diaper chicken. Gator got away off into yonder swamp. Gallant, he ain't been right since.
Kern's not the story. His girlfriend's not news either.
Chickens don't make very good house pets.
Sure, make jokes while developers rip my swamp apart to build golden cypress.
I'm listening.
Those crazy weists, the movie people, even the town politicos, they're all in on a new development that's going to destroy my home.
Like a wise man once said, home is where the hurt is.
Don't you want to tell an important story for a change?
Can you open a wormhole with your mind?
And people think I'm nuts.
I'll think about that.
I hope you do.
Did you ever find the gator that ate your baby?
Ate my boy. Took my wife's arm. Big albino bastard named Merle. No, ain't caught him. Not yet.
See you around, Ahab. He's been about as helpful as dentures on a doll. the clickbait. The hits just keep coming.
Keeping busy tonight, eh?
Remy claims you keep extra fuses for the tower elevator. I want to look at that crime scene.
Hey, now look, I doubt the cops want civvies stomping around up here.
I'm wearing my quiet boots.
Oh, what the hell? Just don't tell them I gave it to you. I don't want to lose what little I've got here.
That's more like it.
Okay. You take care up there. You're going to fall if you trip. Wait, what are you doing here? Once again, breaking the rules. Bites me right on the ass.
So who cleans up the mess when the janitor's bleeding out?
You shouldn't be snooping around here, Miss T.
Hoodie guy stabbed old mop guy. Broke my granola bar.
If we catch him, maybe he'll turn evidence against Miss Gray here.
You've got it all wrong. I didn't do anything. I'd never hurt Ted. Chief, he saved me. Oh my god. Pretty sure the killer didn't buy a ticket for the tower. Making a dangerous choice here. Don't know what's waiting up top. Danger's not my middle name. It's not even my nickname. Starting to think it could be my address. Or maybe just a favorite vacation spot. Hope I live long enough to make another post. Up we go.
Everything I've done has been for the good of the Church of us.
Well, I guess that makes everything as cool as 20 cats in a trebuchet.
The Church owes you a great deal, Miss T. Without your help, the insurance policy on Mr. Kern would have been nullified by a suicide. Murder makes it another story altogether.
Me to fatten the church coffers?
Right, I'll be happy to.
Share the wealth. Turn our important town into a dynamic engine of modern commerce.
Only if we can keep our dealings well concealed.
Have a little faith to it. The church won't let us down.
It's not the church I'm worried about. Romana T could...
Wreck it all if you want, but that'd be a mistake. The church can make you rich. You can be a powerful ally and a devoted friend.
I've seen what the church does to its friends. All in the name of greed.
Greed? You've graduated from the kiddie pool. You're swimming in the big blue sea, and it's not.
All bad. All of them. And if we can't stop their schemes, we'll lose Cypress Swamp.
They'll obliterate our sacred tribal lands.
We can't do this all on our own. Between the crazed cult fanatics and dirty politicians, we're totally outgunned.
The spirits won't abide this madness. And that blogger girl can help us. She's just got to...
Get your mind right. We're so much closer than you think, Romana. Let me help you. Let me try to make up for all the lost years.
That reminds me. I think I forgot to set my DVR to record my favorite telenovela. Does your RV have cable?
KC Gaddis got it all wrong 20 years ago. Boy Conover's not your father. I never loved your mother. But she pleased me, and she proved useful in getting Conover out of my way.
Why would Mom lie to me all this time?
Shame, I expect. The burden of a troubled conscience. I'm not weak.
I sure hope Courtney fed my goldfish.
Just remember, little girl, immortality is the only option.
Pretty much par for the course when it comes to the men in my life. Reliable as a napalm stopwatch. So much blood on his hands, and it goes back years. He used me to get what he wanted, just like he used KC Gaddis. His blood looks like an oil slick from up here. Immortality is the only option. I've heard that bit of weeist gibberish before. If I drop a penny from up here, will it bounce off Cordray's forehead? Maybe I can land it in his mouth.
Rutledge bet you didn't know neutering a ferret too young causes them to get cancer. So I say snip all the ferret babies. Right, Jumper? Jumper? Shit, not again.
Meanwhile, at the Cypress Mead Town morgue, doctors examine the body of Tag Kern.
That's odd. Tag Kern never got an appendectomy, according to his records. Yet here's a scar.
Huh. Remember Ray Joe Swayhill? He got an emergency appendectomy a few years back.
Oh, yeah, right. So?
He won a Tag Kern lookalike contest at the Founders Day Festival back in 1997.
Wait, so everyone's freaking out about the wrong dead guy?
Might be worse than that. Ray Joe's brother Jack is in drawer 3. Ozzy Clendenning called it in as an accidental death.
So where's the real Tag Kern?
The Prologue Theater thanks you for providing an excellent performance of Knee Deep, Act 1, Wonderland. Remember where you're sitting and come back for Act 2, Festival.